Hey everyone, back tuning into the 10th Christmas update. We've been looking at the long-range CFS model from the website meteosil.fr since the start of November. We're just 1 month away from Christmas today, of course, Christmas Day, 1 month today, so we're up to the 10th update. We'll see what the latest run of the CFS model is showing in a moment. Just to say apologies for not getting the update done last night. I was very busy and I sort of ran out of time, so sorry about that. Remember, this is just for fun. It's hard to pin down 1 day's weather several weeks in advance, so it's just for fun, really. Just looking at the trends of what could be going on sometime around the middle latter stages of December. You can't actually definitively pinpoint this down to 1 day, to be honest. All the other updates, you can see the full rundown of updates that we've done so far on the events page here, so if you want to see how the storyline has evolved once you get to the end of this at Christmas, you'll be able to do that. Really, the storyline has been that the model is indicating quite an unsettled spell, really, for the middle and latter stages of December going in to the new year. Most of the updates have shown westerly winds. There's been hints of blocking around at times, giving little cold snaps here and there, but generally the overall trend has been for quite a mild-ish or near normal Christmas, with lots of unsettled and potentially at times quite stormy weather. We'll see whether tonight's update shows the same in a moment. Before I get on with that, just to say about the ads, there's links to articles sitting above the video here on the events page. Have a browse through the box, and if there's any links that you're interested in, just click through. There's green keyword ads on some of the pages, so you can right cursor over green keywords, will display ads. Please click through. Go to advertise website, be sorted gas benefits by doing that. And also, Gav Shop is open, so if you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon between now and Christmas, just click through the banners in Gav Shop and it'll take you off to Amazon. You can do your Christmas shopping as normal. At the same time, Gav's is going to royalty fee on things that you're purchasing because you've gone through from Gav's to Amazon. Been a huge success this year, so thanks so much to everybody for doing their Christmas shopping from Gav's at amazon.co.uk or amazon.com or any other Amazon, wherever you happen to be in the world. Right, so it's meteosil.fr website we're using. It's the CFS 9 monthly forecast generated midday yesterday, the 24th of November. There's a 24-hour delay on these charts coming through. So we're going to start off on the 17th of December, sometime around the middle of the month, and we're in a pretty cool sort of cold there across the country. I won't show you the chart, but the first half of December on this particular run looks quite cold, actually, with some wintry weather at times. We get to the middle of the month, and we're sort of under this cold type condition. This could be cold because we've still got a legacy of cold left over from earlier in the month. There could even be snow on the ground in some places, but it'll certainly be frosty. But look at this area of low pressure developing in the Atlantic, a big storm system getting going, and you'll not be surprised as we run through the 17th on into the 18th. That starts to become much more dominant through the 18th into the 19th of December, pushing weather systems across the country, bringing bands of rain, and introducing milder air as well. Winds are going into west and the southwest, so a mild push develops after that to colder early and middle part of December, and running up to Christmas it does turn a good deal more unsettled. Moving through to the 20th, and we're firmly opening the floodgates to the Atlantic, running up to Christmas on into the 21st, and it's a classic setup with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the northwest, and a strong sort of westerly to southwesterly flow, bringing gales in places, but also bringing risk of a lot of heavy rain, particularly in the north and the west. But temperatures are mild. It will be up to around 10 degrees on that sort of scenario. And then as we run up to the pre-Christmas period, this takes us through to the 22nd on into the 23rd, we find this low pressure stalling out in the Atlantic. Heights are rising to the south, so it's setting up an area of high pressure from France, pushing that northwards. Following isobars back, the air is going to the tropical Atlantic. So this, running up to Christmas, is very mild air bathing the country. You could be expecting temperatures possibly up to 30, maybe 14 degrees. That seems to be mid to upper 50s Fahrenheit. There'll be a lot of dry weather as well. There could be some heavy rain in the far northwest, but lots of dry and very mild weather potentially with that. Although, of course, you could get mist and fog with high pressure so close by. So going through to Christmas Eve, very little change really. The high pressure is there to the south, the low pressure is out to the northwest, and we're between the two bringing up this very mild southwesterly flow from the tropical Atlantic. So yeah, that would be a very, very mild Christmas indeed. We won't be having to think about a white Christmas, but maybe a barbecue Christmas with that one. Moving through to Christmas Day, and this is the latest chart from the CFS model for Christmas Day. Very little change really, although it's turning more wet and windy in the north and west as the weather system coming through, but it's a very mild Christmas Day being signalled here, and really very pleasant indeed down across the south. Again, temperatures up to 13-14 degrees, quite possible, and yeah, it won't be too bad at all for walking off your Christmas dinner. As we go through into Boxing Day, things change a little bit. We bring that weather system through, so that takes a band of rain across the country, and then it turns cooler and fresher really behind it, although it's still relatively mild. The air is coming in off the Atlantic, and then going through the post-Christmas period, low pressure sort of intensifies then between Christmas and New Year. Deeper storm system develops, so that's severe gales coming across the country, and bouts of heavy rain as well. This is, although the detail is different, it's a much milder run. It's just another variation of the theme, of the trend that we've had in the past 9 updates, which is for very Atlantic dominated second half to December, with temperatures generally quite mild and the risk of gales at times, of course. It's a variation of that sort of theme. It's a milder, warmer version of it, but it's not that different really. We go through into New Year. This is New Year's Eve, and we've taken the low pressure off to the east, so it's turned a little bit colder, but it's still generally Atlantic based, and it's unsettled, particularly in the north and the west. Finally, just have a very quick look at how 2015 starts. This is New Year's Day. High pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, so generally it's a westerly flow, and we're probably bringing another weather system in off the Atlantic. And the first few days of 2015 continue very unsettled, really, with more gales being hinted at very least, and bouts of heavy rain as well. Eventually, as you get through to around the 6th, 7th, tries to turn a little bit cooler, doesn't really come off, and we're sort of back into that westerly flow right up to the 8th of January. So it's a much warmer one tonight. It's the warmest that we've had so far, really. Temperatures could be around 13-14 degrees potentially around the Christmas period on this particular update, but don't worry too much about that. It's just sort of, you can't pin this down, as I said at the start, to one day, and it's just really a variation of the trend that we've had through the previous updates. A very unsettled period excuse me, generally around the second half of December, with showers of longer spells of rain and temperatures on the mildest side. Always a possibility with an Atlantic flow, but it could get very mild at some point. So that's it. We'll see what the next update is showing. That'll be the 11th update, probably doing on Thursday, all being well. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching.